section number 2, the relatively short section, is entitled Multiplying and Dividing our Famous Numbers, our sign numbers. Here are the rules. Rules for multiplying and dividing sign numbers. Multiplying and dividing two sign numbers. If the signs are the same, the resulting sign is positive. How do you get the number? You just multiply. This is how you get the sign. If the signs are the same, the result is positive. We're dividing on this. If the signs are different, then the result is negative. That is, if you have a positive 3 and you multiply it by a positive 7, the signs are the same, so the answer is positive, and you get the number, just multiply the numbers. 3 times 7 is 21. If you have a positive 5 and you multiply it by a 4, this number is positive. There's no sign here. There's no sign right there. So it's understood to be positive. The answer is positive. 5 times 4 is 20. Of course, in either case, you could have just, in the first case, since a positive number, you don't have to write the sign. You could have written 21. In the second case, you could have just written 20. Do the signs first. Don't ask yourself, what's positive 3 times positive 7? No, no, no. A positive times a positive is positive, and 3 times 7 is 21. Positive 21 or 21. A negative 2 times a negative 3, a negative times a negative. They're the same sign. Same sign. Positive. You don't have to write the positive. Now multiply the numbers. 2 times 3 is 6. There is the answer. You have negative 10 divided by negative 2. Do the signs separately. The signs are the same. My answer is positive. It's up to me if I want to put the positive or not. This time I chose to do so. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Answer, positive 5, or of course just 5. The signs are the same, the answer will be positive. Now we're just talking about multiplying two numbers. You multiply 3 numbers and the signs are the same, you don't necessarily get positive. The signs are different. Negative 16 over 4. Well, with respect to the 4, it's understood to be positive. Oh, the signs are different, and I'm dividing. The answer is negative. Negative what? 14 divided by 4. Excuse me, 16 divided by 4. Oh, that's 4. Answer, negative 4. If you had 18 divided by negative 2, it's understood to be positive 18. In division, the signs are different. The answer is negative. 18 divided by 2 is 9. You have to know your division. Or multiplication. You can ask yourself, 2 times what equals 18? The answer is 9. So that's why I put 9 down. But the positive over negative, gave me a negative. Do not do the division in one shot. That is, don't ask yourself, what's 18 divided by negative 2? Do the sign first, do the number second. I see students, unfortunately, semester after semester, failing algebra because of signs. They'll know 18 divided by 2 is 9. They'll know 10 divided by 2 is 5. But once you put those signs in, they'll get it wrong. Okay, the signs are actually elementary. To get the result. You have negative 2 times the 3, but it's not elementary if you don't know the rules. The 3 is understood to be positive 3. Do the signs separately. They're different. Multiplying is negative. 2 times 3, 6. Negative 6. Now, what if you had a problem like this? What if you have a problem like this? Well, first we can do the signs. The 3 and the 5 understood to be positive. A positive times a negative. What is a positive? Times a negative times a positive divided by a negative. Well, a positive times a negative is a negative. So this product is negative. And a negative times a positive is a negative. So the numerator is a negative. And the denominator is a negative. In division, if the signs are the same, and they are, you get a positive. So now I know my answer is positive. You want to put the positive sign, put it. Ignore all signs now. 3 times 4 is 12, times 5 is 60. Over, just call that 15. This number is 4, positive 4. 15 goes into 60 4 times. In fact, when you have the 3 times the negative 4 times the 5 over the negative 15. First find the sign, and we did. It's positive. So ignoring all signs. Don't see this negative, don't see that positive. In fact, let's get rid of it. We can say 5 goes into each of these numbers 1 and 3 times. And 3 goes into each of these numbers 1 time. And we're left with 1 times 4, which is 4, times 1, which is still 4, over 1. Your rule for dividing by 1 is done. So the number is 4. That's why I wrote 4 down. Positive 4. Do the signs separately. Do not do the signs and the numbers at once. I cannot stress that enough. Try one more. Suppose you have 7, negative 7 times positive 2 times negative 3 divided by negative 3 times negative 4. Okay? Maybe here's a case where we'll deal with the numbers first. Negative 3 over negative 3 is 1. Okay? Positive 1. Multiplying by 1 doesn't do anything. So a negative times a positive is a negative over a negative. Well, that's going to be a positive number. Okay, negative over negative is going to be positive. And what's the number? Well, we can reduce. So now we just ignore the signs. We dealt with the signs. 2 goes into both of these numbers 1 time and 2 times. We get 7 over 2. The answer is positive 7 over 2 or just 7 over 2. Do the signs separately. Now, I'll be nice enough to do this problem one last time without canceling the negative 3 first. A negative times a positive is negative. And now I take that negative and I multiply it by negative and I get a positive. And in the bottom, a negative times a negative is a positive. And positive over positive is just what I got, a positive. Now, over here, you shouldn't see any signs because we dealt with the signs. When I look here in this bracket, I see 3. When I look in here, I see 4. In here, I see 2. Well, 3 goes into both of these numbers 1 time each. Get rid of these arrows so we can see they're reducing. 3 goes into both of these numbers 1 time, and 2 goes into both of these numbers 1 time and 2 times, and what's left is 7 times 1 times 1, which is 7, over 1 times 2, which is 2. Positive over positive is positive, and 7 over 2 is simply 7 over 2. So you can say the answer is positive 7 over 2 or simply 7 over 2. Okay, that completes the section on multiplication and division assigned numbers. Learn just 2 rules. Multiply 2 numbers that have, multiply or divide even, 2 numbers that have the same sign, the answer is positive. The signs are different, the answer is negative. Good luck.